It's Friday, September 20th. I'm Jasmine Anderson. A missing Smithtown teen has been found. State police canceled the alert for 18-year-old Vienna Detling. This morning, they said she was found safe. Police had believed Detling was abducted early yesterday morning and was endangered. Only a Newsday, a community is coming together to recover following last month's devastating flooding. Hundreds have donated to the Ward Melville Heritage Organization to help restore Mill Pond and Harbor Road in Stony Brook. August flooding caused a dam to burst, draining the pond and collapsing the road. This week, an engineering company created a plan to make repairs.
It's quite dangerous because no ambulance could go down, no fire truck. And it's 7 people, 7 families there.
Community members are selling Save Our Pond wristbands to help raise money. Nassau Democrats say Trump's Coliseum rally cost taxpayers $1 million, and now they want reimbursement. The lawmakers filed a complaint with the Federal Election Commission yesterday. They're calling on Donald Trump's campaign, Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, and the county's Republican committee to reimburse taxpayers for the cost of personnel who staffed the event on the county-owned property in Uniondale.
Bruce Blakeman said that he deployed a small army. Those were his words. He deployed a small army because of the Donald Trump campaign rally.
Blakeman responded in a statement saying, in part, "I guess Democrat leaders really do want Trump killed," end quote. We're going to learn more about how Nassau plans to secure the Coliseum again this weekend when Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits. County officials talk about their security plan today ahead of the controversial Leaders Uniondale rally. There are protests planned for outside Sunday's event. A delay in the sexual abuse settlement between the Diocese of Rockville Center and survivors. A bankruptcy court judge pushed the hearing on the deal until next Thursday. Both sides have indicated that a settlement was closed, but was being held up by one insurance company. In a letter to the judge, attorneys suggested that the issue was nearly resolved, but the postponement would give them time to wrap up the overall agreement. The Jets are celebrating a rare lopsided win over the Patriots.
Rodgers, the fake, the throw, caught, staying inbounds, yes, touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers tossed 2 touchdown passes in the Jets' home opener last night. The defense did the rest with 7 sacks in a 24-3 win over New England. The Giants are in action Sunday. They take on the Browns in Cleveland. Long Islanders looking to secure concealed carry gun permits are rarely rejected. Drew Scott has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
More people on Long Island than ever are legally carrying concealed guns due to a Supreme Court ruling in June of 2022. Steve Karp, a drapery salesman from Dix Hills, says he's glad he now will get consideration for such a permit.
The police can't be everywhere, and I think the more well-trained, legal carrying citizens carrying a firearm, maybe it'll give people a second thought of not doing something.
Newsday reporter Robert Brodsky says the permits still require background checks and training.
There's been a flood of applications. This is in a period of just a little over 2 years on Long Island. More than 17,000 Long Islanders to date have been approved for a concealed carry permit. This is to carry a firearm on their person in designated locations.
Here at Guardian Guns and Ammo Training in Deer Park, the owner, Matt Seifer, tells us there's been a 45% increase in the requests for training connected to concealed carry permit applications. Seifer says the demand is so great, he's building a range in his Deer Park store for training.
We've seen a huge increase. Yeah, it was exponential. It's leveled out to a point now where we see on the average of about 25% increase month over month over month.
Rebecca Fisher, who heads New Yorkers Against Gun Violence, says research shows that the more people that are permitted to walk around with concealed, hidden, loaded guns, the more likely there could be harm done to others. Nassau and Suffolk County report of the more than 17,000 permits issued, less than 3% have been rejected. Dix Hills chiropractor Jason Bernhack says a carry permit, or CCW, is very sobering business.
I remember the first day after getting my CCW, loading my weapon, putting it on me, taking it to work. It was definitely different.
In Deer Park, Drew Scott, Newsday TV.
Drew, thank you. You can read more about conceal and carry on Long Island. Just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. The fall TV season is here. Newsday's Vern Gay is breaking down some of the new shows.
Fall is here, and that means TV and a lot of it. I'm Vern Gay. Those strikes of 2023 are in Hollywood's rearview mirror. This bumper crop of newcomers is the dramatic proof. Here are 4 shows to watch.
Who's been messing up everything?
The Covenless Witch.
It's been Agatha all along.
We start with Agatha All Along. Fans of WandaVision will remember Catherine Hahn's Witch Next Door. She was such a breakout that she now has her own series. This is something of a road show where Agatha forms her own coven as she travels down Witch's Road. The cast is bewitching. Aubrey Plaza, Deborah Jo Rupp, and Northport's Patti LuPone. This is streaming now on Disney+.
I'm gonna walk the road.
Next up, Murder in a Small Town.
Something about small towns, you get to be who you are. Maybe that's why I'm here.
This stars Ross of Sutherland as a big-town cop who comes to a small town on the Pacific coast. He meets up with a local librarian, played by Kristen Crook, and a murder-solving team is born. It's based on the Carl Ahlberg book series. From what I've seen, this could be a winner for the network. The always interesting Sutherland, son of Donald, and Smallville's Crook also make a chemistry-winning team. It airs on Fox starting September 24th. Then there's Grotesquerie, Ryan Murphy's latest for FX.
This killer is someone who knows anatomy, the blood, the DNA. It was left there for us to find.
With a title like that, it's easy to think of this as just another variation of American Horror Story, except it's not. Here's the log line. A series of heinous crimes have unsettled a small community, and the local detective, played by Niecy Nash Betts, feels the crimes are eerily personal. Travis Kelce also has a starring role. That's right, the Travis Kelce is who or what we'll all find out together. It's on September 25. Finally, let's leave the cheese until last.
Doctor, welcome aboard the Odyssey. This ship is heaven. Our mission is to preserve the dream.
Dr. Odyssey arrives in port on ABC September 26th. The shorthand on this one is Love Boat meets ER, which seems about right. Joshua Jackson is Dr. Max, who performs medical miracles on a cruise ship at sea. Captain of this luxury liner is none other than Miami Vice's Don Johnson. As cheese platters go, this one sounds irresistible. I'm Vern Gay with Newsday. Read more about these shows and plenty more on Newsday.com. And click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
FeedMe is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
FeedMe's annual list of Long Island's best restaurants is out, and it's shorter, but the dining scene is better than ever. From the grandest steakhouses, including Bryant and Cooper and Roslyn, to great noodle shops like Splendid Noodle in Stony Brook, the best restaurants not only serve great food, but deliver personality, style, and charm. I sat down with Newsday's food critics to see how they come up with the list. Newsday's Feed Me team has just compiled a list of the top 50 restaurants on Long Island, and I get a sneak peek at Salumi's. You guys just did a very important assignment. We're talking about the top 50 restaurants, but I have to address the brisket in the room. How did we go from 100 restaurants to 50?
100 felt like a little over the mark on truly quintessential Long Island restaurants.
When I'm going to a place, if I read a list, I'm going to try to hit those places up.
And I thought, if we had 50, then I could actually do it.
It was actually more work to put together 50 than 100 because we really needed consensus on all of these places.
Because they're all going to be places that all three of us love.
We got to eat together, we got to break bread together, really get into the weeds about like what we liked in real time.
It's actually more eating, more arguing, more deciding.
I can imagine just that experience could be very interesting because you all have very strong opinions about things, but that keeps this really fun, right?
It's really taught me a lot about how other food writers work.
Yes.
Erica is very into quality, you know, great ingredients. I think Marie, you really like a premium experience. You like a place where you can sit down and you can meet with friends.
And have a drink.
Should we cheers to that?
Andy's strategy of Googling a dish rather than Googling a restaurant is genius.
If I set my sights on a type of cuisine, I would go to every restaurant
Literally.
of that type of cuisine. I did best Thai, and then from that list, I took the best of the best, and I said these need to be in the top 50.
So you did 50. Well, next year we're going to narrow it down to 25.
God, no.
I think we're going to be at 50 for a while.
Cheers to top 50.
Yeah, to top 50.
Salud.
Salud. We had such a great time at Salumi's, which is also featured in our list of the top 50 restaurants on Long Island. You can see the full list on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Checking out your hyperlocal Friday forecast, it's going to be another pleasant day out there, a blend of sun and clouds for today. Here's a look at East Lake Beach and Inlet in Montauk. Let's check out your day planner. Pretty much the same thing here. Cloudy today, highs in the 70s. We cool off later in the evening. You can see some showers this morning on the east end in the Futurecast. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with highs in the low 70s. Now here's a look at your 7-day forecast as we say goodbye to summertime. A pretty nice first day of fall on Sunday. Highs in the 70s, changes on the way for next week. Of course, we'll keep you updated.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Friday.